Just ordinary people.
Yes.
God uses plain old ordinary people. He uses people just like you and me who are willing to do everything that he commands.
Tamela Mann's sudden weight loss, health journey, or hidden struggles. We need to have a real conversation about Tamela Mann. You've seen her gospel powerhouse, known for her unforgettable voice, soulful performances, and joyful spirit. For years, she's been an inspiring figure in the world of gospel music. But lately, fans have noticed some big changes, and they're not just about her music. Tamela has undergone a major physical transformation. In what seemed like a blink, she went from her fuller, signature figure to a much slimmer version of herself. Her social media is now filled with gym outfits, smoothie recipes, and wellness posts. And while there's absolutely nothing wrong with taking charge of your health, it was the speed and mystery behind her change that got people talking. At first, it looked like a typical fitness glow-up. But something didn't quite add up. Many of her new photos were cropped at the shoulders or heavily filtered. Gone were the full body shots we were used to seeing.
Now this what happens when you have grown kids that don't want their own stuff to go to their own house. She done tried to put them, they was in one closet, I moved them. She put them in the washroom.
And this is Tamela. We're talking about the same woman who used to own the stage in full glam, high heels, and unstoppable energy. Then came the live shows. Fans began to notice she was moving differently, slower, more reserved. Her voice still sounded amazing, but the energy was different. She wasn't twirling across the stage or lifting her hands with the same vibrancy. Some thought she might just be tired, but others felt something deeper was going on. That's when whispers turned into real concern. People who worked closely with Tamela during her tour began speaking up quietly at first. Backstage staff mentioned seeing her ice her knees after shows. It wasn't just fatigue. Reports surfaced that she needed help walking backstage. One dancer who was on tour said Tamela needed assistance after only the third stop.
Even for us to even grow with him, you know, from the industry, because 1999 we started out together with the Madea character, so we've all built together. And one of the young men, we were at the studio yesterday, and he was saying, you know, you was a part of this when this all got started. You was with this cat when he first started out. He said, how does that make you feel? And I was like, I counted an honor and a blessing to still be able to call him friend. And even when we had our rough patch, and like how the Lord just brought us back together, and it was like we were never apart.
If true, that's a sign of something more serious than just soreness from working out. If everything was fine, why was she struggling to walk behind the scenes while promoting yoga clips and protein shakes online? Her record label said nothing, no updates, no official comments. Her social media stayed active, but it was mostly old videos, recycled quotes, and throwbacks. No recent performance footage. No honest check-ins. And in today's world, that kind of silence usually raises red flags. Then, Dr. Jackie entered the picture. If you know anything about her, you know she's not just a TV personality. Dr. Jackie is a highly respected physician, especially in women's health. So when rumors surfaced that Tamela's assistant called Dr. Jackie in a panic, people took notice. This wasn't a routine checkup. Dr. Jackie reportedly flew in privately to meet Tamela.
David notices everything about me. And that's one of the things that, even that me working on and being more attentive is the thing. He's like, I just need you to be more attentive to me. And I was like, I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on that. I could have lost the love of my life. And it's like, I would have been so lost. I would have been like a triple hurt, if I could say it that way. And I've never said it out loud. David knows that and I tell him, I said, I'm so sorry that I could cry right now because I didn't see. But it hurts me even more because I was asking you and asking him, and he was like, I'm okay.
Bring out the tissue.
I'm good. And he really wasn't good. I say publicly that I'm really sorry that I didn't see you. And it's like that I didn't hear the cry.
Not long after, Tamela was quietly admitted to a high-end medical rehab facility in Buckhead, Atlanta, not a typical hospital, but a discreet, luxury recovery suite. According to sources, the diagnosis wasn't minor. Tamela was allegedly suffering from joint instability, meaning her knees and hips weren't supporting her properly after the rapid weight loss. She was also said to have severe inflammation and something called post-crash malnutrition, a condition that occurs when the body loses weight too quickly and doesn't get the nutrients it needs to recover. Let that sink in. This wasn't about a new diet or hitting the treadmill a bit harder. This pointed to extreme weight loss methods, things that could seriously damage your body. As more details leaked, people began to put the puzzle together. A former stylist allegedly shared texts revealing her routine: 2 smoothies a day, no solid food, 3 hours of cardio daily, and herbal drops from someone called Pastor Cleanse. That's not a licensed doctor or nutritionist, that's a self-proclaimed healer giving out unapproved supplements. It was also rumored that Tamela fainted more than once during rehearsals and still pushed through performances. Imagine being expected to sing your heart out in front of thousands while your body is literally breaking down. That's not dedication, that's dangerous. Meanwhile, her wellness brand was launching detox kits, meal plans, and custom shakes using her image to promote health while she was allegedly struggling behind closed doors. Internal emails from her team even surfaced, with one line standing out: push wellness, not weakness. So while she was dealing with pain, exhaustion, and possibly even collapse, the focus stayed on keeping up appearances. No concern for her actual health, just how things looked from the outside. And things got even more concerning. Behind the scenes, insiders started talking. A nurse reportedly messaged a gossip blog saying Tamela needed help just to sit up. Another backup singer claimed Tamela once whispered before going on stage, "If I collapse, just tell them it was the Holy Ghost." That's heartbreaking. It shows someone who's so used to performing, so used to giving, that even in the face of real physical danger, she'd rather mask her pain behind spirituality than admit she's not okay. That's not faith. That's pressure. And then Dr. Jackie spoke up without naming names. On an Instagram Live, she said, "Sometimes the body breaks before the spirit does. But when both are ignored for profit, the soul suffers too." That hit hard. Fans instantly made the connection. Here's the thing, Dr. Jackie doesn't have a gospel album to sell. She's not attached to a label or a brand. She was just telling the truth, and people listened. So now the question is this: was Tamela's health journey really about wellness? Or was it a carefully curated image, one that came at a heavy cost? Why hasn't she spoken out? Why did her husband, David Mann, stay so quiet during all of this? And who exactly is Pastor Cleanse? If someone's giving out products that may have led to hospital-level consequences, we need accountability, not platitudes. We've seen churches and labels wrap real health issues in faith-based language before. But when someone's body is crying out for help, no Bible verse can replace real medical care. At the end of the day, this isn't just about Tamela. It's about the expectations placed on public figures, especially women in faith communities. They're expected to be strong, radiant, and constantly inspirational. But at what cost? Let's stop pretending that everything spiritual means everything is fine. Sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is say, "I'm not okay." So what do you think? Was Tamela's transformation about health, or was it a hustle? Were the people around her trying to help, or just protect the image? And what did you take from Dr. Jackie's message? Now that we've laid everything out, we have to ask the hard questions, not just about Tamela Mann, but about the entire system that allows this kind of thing to happen behind the scenes. How did we go from celebrating a woman's health journey to possibly watching her health break down under pressure? Why was the focus on posting filtered photos and selling detox kits instead of getting real about what was happening behind the curtain? Let's be real, this doesn't just happen in the gospel world. We've seen it across entertainment, fitness, even social media influencers. But when it's someone like Tamela, someone whose platform is built on faith, inspiration, and connection, it hits different. Because it's not just about business or branding. It's about how we, as fans and followers, consume those images and stories. We're sold the idea of transformation as something easy, fast, and always beautiful. But behind the glow-ups are real people, real pain, and sometimes, real silence. Tamela may have been trying to keep up with the image expected of her strong, joyful, unwavering. But behind that smile, it sounds like her body was telling a very different story. And the scariest part? It seems like people around her may have ignored those warning signs in favor of keeping the show going. So here's the truth: transformation is not a race. It's not a highlight reel. And it should never come at the cost of someone's health or well-being. Especially not when people around them are making money off that struggle. And for Tamela, if even part of what's been said is true, then we owe her grace. We owe her compassion. And more importantly, we owe her the space to heal without the pressure to be perfect or the need to explain everything. As for the industry, the labels, the wellness brands, they have some real accountability to face. You can't use someone's name, body, and image to sell products while hiding the reality of what they're going through. That's not faith. That's exploitation. So to everyone watching, let's start being more honest about what health really looks like. It's not always pretty. It's not always fast. And it's definitely not always filtered. If you're struggling with your own journey, whether it's physical, mental, or spiritual, please remember you don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to hide behind a smile. And you definitely don't have to turn your pain into a brand. Let Tamela's story be a reminder: you are not alone. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. And real healing starts when we stop pretending. Now it's your turn. Do you think Tamela's team was protecting her or protecting their brand? Was this a health journey gone wrong, or something much more calculated? And what do you think about Dr. Jackie's message? If you liked this breakdown, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss a story. Celeb Nova will have it all covered for you. Thanks for watching, fam. Stay real, stay respectful in the comments. See y'all in the next video. This is Celeb Nova, where the drama ends and the truth begins.